Raider Baseball is on the air. From the Blue Raider Network, it's time for the pregame show. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance and agents Andy Womack and Trevor Haggard, Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford Hospital, Brannis & Associates, Las Casas Pharmacy, and Middle Tennessee Electric. And now, let's go to the ballpark.
Thank you. Welcome into another broadcast of Middle Tennessee Blue Raider Baseball, and that ballpark is Busch Stadium.
Without the C.
Quillen Field, Busch Stadium, here in Cookeville, Tennessee, on the campus of Tennessee Tech. A couple of old rivals meeting for the second time this season, and the Raiders needing a win tonight to extend their winning streak to 4, and also to even up the series with Tennessee Tech on the season. Tennessee Tech defeated the Raiders back on the 11th of March in Murfreesboro by a score of 13-3. And, John, I look back, the temperature at game time on March the 11th was 72 degrees with clear skies.
Well, let me tell you what, it is 71 degrees today on the 13th of May. And
skies are not clear, though.
They are not clear, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy. There is some rain in the forecast. It's been raining off and on all day here in Cookeville. It's not going to affect the field. It's an all-turf field. But when we got here, an hour and a half ago, we weren't allowed to set up because there was lightning someplace in the area, and they'd closed the stadium.
Yes, and we're on all aluminum. We're seated outside the press box. Nice little table and 2 chairs. And
I brought my umbrella.
And I brought my rain gear. So we'll see how that works out. The Raiders come in at 23-28 after a weekend sweep of Sam Houston, and they're now 8-16 in Conference USA. Tennessee Tech is 34-18. They are 16-8 in the Ohio Valley Conference, so they'll be headed to their tournament. Overall, here at home, Tech is 22-9, while the Raiders on the road have been, let's say, not very good.
Well,
4-15 on the road. For
certainly
the Raiders.
Disappointing.
So we'll see if the Raiders can get untracked, because we've got 3 more road games coming up, as Chip just mentioned on his report. That'll be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we had Senior Day on Sunday. We had 4 young men honored. They were given a framed jersey with their number on it, and they were Eston Snyder, Jalen Wirtz, Ethan Mbimbo, and Will Jenkins. And I had a chance to catch up with Will Jenkins just a few minutes ago, just to talk a little bit about what all that meant to him. We'll have that coming up after 2-minute break. 2 minutes now on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call, and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Brannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Brannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Brannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
So Will Jenkins was one of 4 Blue Raiders who was honored this past Sunday on Senior Day. Pretty big moment for you, I guess, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a huge moment.
And something that has been a long time in the making.
Yes, it took me a little bit longer than usual just because of my transfer, but yes, it was.
You came here from Belmont. Tell us about the transition there and what prompted that and everything that went into the fact that you are now an alumnus of Middle Tennessee State University.
Transfer kind of just was baseball orientated. They brought in a new coach, and so I was looking for schools. MTSU picked me up. The academic part of it was a little tougher. Some of the classes didn't transfer over, and so took a semester extra and a couple classes of summer classes, but I was able to graduate. So
some folks don't realize that you guys are, you practice every day. You're out of town a lot. You miss a lot of classes, and you have to do the makeup work, and then you have to pass exams. So it's more than a full-time job.
Yes, it is, and the teachers are really helpful with it. They kind of reach out to us and make sure that we're on top of our stuff, mainly if we're missing class.
And what was your major field, and what do you intend to do with it?
So I majored in business administration. I minored in finance, economics, and construction management. And I guess starting this summer, I'm going to be working for a construction company.
Okay, very good. Sounds like you might be a future ballpark builder or a team owner or something like that, huh?
Something like that.
All right, tell me about your early baseball in Knoxville High School and maybe even before, how you developed into the pitcher you are now.
So for high school, I went from a public school my first year and then decided to go private. And once I got into the private, the weight coach kind of helped me put on a little bit of weight, get a little bit stronger, and that's kind of when my velo started ticking up a little bit, and then I started getting talked to a little more, and that's kind of how I ended up getting more looked at and ended up in Nashville.
Did you always have pretty good velocity?
No, I didn't get my velocity till end of my sophomore year.
Okay, and you can scare 90 now, can't you?
Yeah, sometimes when I want.
And Coach Myers tells me you throw a cutter too.
Yeah, I picked that up, I guess, last year in August.
And how is that working out for you in game situations?
It kind of depends. Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's just spins. So it kind of just depends on the day with it.
You've been an off and on starter. You've worked out of the pen a lot. You've started several games, and the game you started Sunday I thought was one of your better performances.
Yes, I just think it was. But no, I kind of just went out there knowing I had a good defense behind me, and the hitters came, and it just worked out.
All right, who'd you have down for graduation? Family.
Oh, I had my parents and my brother and girlfriend came down.
Okay, well, that's great. So I'm sure you had a nice get-together after the game.
Yes, went had a nice little dinner with them.
Okay. All right, well, we've enjoyed watching you play, watching you pitch, and I know we hope that there are better things ahead for us, so we'll just wait and see what happens.
Sounds good. Go Raiders.
All right, thank you, Will.
That's Will Jenkins.
Hey, that wasn't too bad, was it?
Very nice young man.
Thanks a lot.
As we talked to him, actually, while the team was on the bus because they were run off the field with a lightning delay that I think John mentioned a little while ago. So Will had a win on the road against Dallas Baptist, which is a top 25 team. 6 innings, allowed only 3 runs.
through 4 1/3 shutout innings against UAB and got a save. And he was just good at times. And Sunday I thought he was very good, John.
Well, I thought so too, Dick. And we needed a couple of good performances on the mound on Sunday afternoon. And Will went 5 1/3, only gave up 3 earned runs. Just kind of ran out of gas, but then Ollie Aikens came on and finished it off. That was important to be able to get through.
Umpires making their way to home plate. And we will take a break, and when we come back, give you the starting lineups for tonight's game. It's Middle Tennessee and Tennessee Tech from Cookeville. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Middle Tennessee, Tennessee Tech from Cookeville. The sky's getting a little bit more overcast than when we came on the air, but we're due to start on time. And speaking of time, it's now that time for the Ascend Federal Credit Union starting lineups. Ascend is the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Show your MTSU pride with every purchase. Visit one of their 28 Middle Tennessee branch locations. Ask for your MTSU debit card. What do we got, John?
Well, for the visiting Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders, leading off will be the center fielder, Eston Snyder. Brett Rogers, the right fielder, bats second. Batting third, Tyler Minnick. He'll be at first base tonight. Brett Von Dolan is the DH. He is batting fourth. Batting fifth, third baseman Clay Badalike. Keaton Ray, the left fielder, bats sixth. Batting seventh, Cale Vinson. He'll be at first base. Jackson Janilla will be behind the plate, batting eighth. And Cooper Clapp will be at shortstop, batting ninth. And on the mound, Matthew Driver, getting his first start of the season. For the Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles, leading off will be the left fielder, Landon Smelzer. Nico Jordan, the first baseman, bats second. Mac Whitcomb, DH, bats third. In the cleanup spot, the right fielder, Jorsix Jimenez. Batting fifth, the catcher, Ryan Lee. Center fielder, Jackson Green, bats sixth. Eddie Garza, the second baseman, bats seventh. Batting eighth will be Preston Steele, the third baseman. Shortstop Owen Lee bats ninth. And on the mound, a right-hander, Drew Maddox.
All right, those are your starting lineups brought to you by the Ascend Federal Credit Union. The head coach is still meeting at home plate with the umpires. Jerry Myers in his third year at Middle Tennessee, and Matt Braga in his 19th year at Tennessee Tech, and this is his second go-round as the head coach here. He left for the head coaching position at Rice after that tremendous season they had here. I led the nation in several different offensive categories, but that really didn't carry over to the program at Rice, and after 3 or 4 years there, he came back here and picked up where he left off.
Awful tough to replace a legend.
Yes, it is. All right, the meeting at home plate has broken up. Umpires will be Johnny Lowry behind the plate. Trevor Stevens will be at first base, and Matthew Bates will be the third base umpire. And as John said, the Raiders will have a pitcher, Matthew Driver, making his first start of the season. The Tennessee Tech pitcher Maddox has made 5 previous starts. We'll take 2 minutes, and we'll be back with first pitch. 2 minutes on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
From the Blue Raider Network in Van Wagner College, it's time for Middle Tennessee State University baseball. Today's game is brought to you in part by Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. State Farm Insurance and agent Deb Insel. Pepsi and your local Pepsi bottler. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And by Middle Tennessee State University. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Raider baseball.
It is indeed time for Blue Raider baseball as the Golden Eagles will be taking the field here momentarily. The umpires have already taken their positions, and there go the Golden Eagles. We've had the playing of the national anthem, so we're set to go. And 71 degrees, I think you said, John. The wind appears to be blowing out a little bit toward left and left center, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, this is a pretty big ballpark. 335 down each line, 365 to the power alleys in left and right center, and 405 to straightaway center field. But despite that, they had a lot of home runs here, and we'll wait and see. It is all turf, as John told you. And for Tennessee Tech, defensively, they will start this way with Ryan Lee behind the plate. Steele will be at third. Owen Lee is the shortstop. Garza at second. Nico Jordan at first with Smelser in left. Jackson Green in center. And Jimenez will be in right field. And on the mound will be the right-hander Drew Maddox.
Drew Maddox making his 6th start, 18th appearance. He's thrown 32 innings, given up 34 runs, 30 of them earned on 46 hits, 12 walks, 23 strikeouts. He's got an 8.44 ERA, an 0-1 record, but he has 3 saves. And this is important for all you offensive-minded fans. Opponents hitting .333 against Drew Maddox. He's given up 8 home runs, which is the most on this Golden Eagle squad.
Maddox is 6'5", 210, a sophomore, so he's a big kid out of Sevierville. Played high school ball at Sevier County High School, which is a little bit east of here, but not that far. The throw to second goes down, and we're set to play baseball. Eston Snyder will step in for the Blue Raiders as the leadoff man. All turf here. We noticed a lot of standing water when we got here, John, but none standing on the field.
Now, this is going to be interesting, Dick. The Golden Eagles wearing their dark purple jerseys, Blue Raiders wearing their dark black jerseys. Once it gets dark, it's going to be hard to tell the difference.
Maddox pitches, and Snyder hits it deep into left center field on the first pitch of the game, and that one is out of here.
No, it caught at the track, Dick.
Oh, I'm sorry. My eyes deceived me. I wanted that one to go out.
Well, it looked like it might. If we had a little bit more than 3 miles an hour out of the south-southwest, it might have.
So 1 out, and the batter is Brent Rogers. Takes a strike, 0-1.
If he hits down the line, you're on your own, Dick.
Pitch is just outside for ball 1, 1-1. Well, I can see the line, and I can see first base.
Which I cannot.
And I can see third, but I cannot see the left field line.
I got you covered on that.
2 balls, 1 strike now to Brett Rogers. Pitch is high for ball 3, and the count goes to 3-1. Maddox making his 6th start of the season. And a bouncing ball over the pitcher's head, over second base. Shortstop has it, throws to first. And the first baseman could not come up with it on a short hop. I think that'll be a hit. We'll wait and see what they put on the board. So Rogers at first with 1 out.
They're calling that an error.
That'll be an E6, I guess. So error on the shortstop, Lee. And a runner at first with 1 out for Tyler Minnick. He's playing first base tonight. Minnick hits one in the air. I'm not going to call this one.
That one is at the wall.
Caught by the left fielder.
Caught at the wall at the 365 sign in the power alley.
Wasn't gonna call another home run, John.
Well, you were wise because
2 fly balls buried deep.
Yeah, both of them on the track. Outfielders at the wall in both cases.
So the ball seems to be flying here as Von Dolan steps in.
It's the altitude.
Runner at first with 2 outs. The pitch to the plate. Swung on, grounded foul down the left side. Strike 1.
You do buy that, right? The altitude?
Yeah, it's 5,280 feet above sea level. Is that what it is here?
No, I don't think so. That's Atlanta.
Maddox with the pitch. Von Dolan hits it in the air. That's a pop-up. Going to be handled in the infield by the second baseman, Garza, for out number 3. So the Raiders put a man on, but Brett Rogers is stranded at first base. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Middle Tennessee, nothing. Tennessee Tech coming to bat. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best zero sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And before we go to the bottom of the first inning, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Middle Tennessee Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports. WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Dick Falber, John Callow with you from Cookeville. Set the Raiders defensively for you. Jackson Janella gets the start behind the plate in the midweek game with Badalak at third, Cooper Clapp at short, Cale Benson at second, and Tyler Minnick at first with Keaton Ray in left, Eston Snyder in center, Brett Rogers in right. On the mound, the tall right-hander Matthew Driver.
Matthew Driver making his 12th appearance, his first start. He's thrown 11 in the third inning. He's given up 12 runs, 10 of them earned on 18 hits, 7 walks, 9 strikeouts. He's got a 7.94 ERA with no decisions, no saves.
6'4", 200-pound junior out of Raleigh, North Carolina. He's a junior college transfer. This is his first year as a Blue Raider. Landon Smelser, the left fielder, will stand in, a left-handed hitter. He is a freshman, hitting .281 on the year. Driver's first pitch is laced foul down the left side, strike one. Well, I don't think either one of us can see the Blue Raider bullpen from where we are.
I cannot, sure.
I cannot either.
I may have to.
I may see just the far backside of it. There's a ball hit foul for strike two.
You know, we're going to have to be heads up. We may end up with a foul ball tonight.
Perish the thought. Did you bring your glove?
I did not.
2 strikes to count. Line to center, a base hit. So on the third pitch, after fouling off a couple, Smelser lines it into center field for a leadoff single.
My glove is actually in South Carolina, Dick. I took it down there a couple of years ago so that I could have a catch from time to time when I'm visiting with my grandson.
So when you went to the other Busch Stadium,
yeah,
did you carry your glove with you there?
Oh, no.
You were a little far away, weren't you?
Yes.
Nico Jordan, the first baseman, stands in. Left-handed hitter. Swings on the pitch. Hits it out into left center field. Snyder on the track and reaches up, pulls that one down for out number one. Well, so far we've had 3 balls hit to the warning track out in left and left center. So that must mean the ball's carrying tonight.
So Mac Whitcomb he's trying to dig himself a foothold in this turf. I didn't know you could do that.
Here's the designated hitter, Mark Whitcomb. He's the leading hitter for the Golden Eagles this season. Coming in at .339, 6-1.
You know, we've talked about folks who take full advantage of that batter's box. I think half of his foot is behind the line.
1 ball, no strikes. Pitch is swung on. That one's hit deep into the outfield, going to be picked up by Snyder, and that'll be a base hit.
Eston gets over, cuts it off on one hop. Ball back in.
Runners at first and second with 1 out. We've had 3 hard hit balls off Driver with the first three hitters. And the batter will be Jorcix Jimenez. He is the right fielder. Jimenez, a right-handed batter, runners first and second. Driver out of the stretch, and the pitch is bounced foul to the backstop.
Late arriving crowd, Dick.
They were waiting to see what the weather was going to do.
Well,
I
I'm
guess.
still waiting to see what the weather's going to do.
Plenty of foul ground here. Down each foul line and behind home plate and in front of the dugouts. One strike to count. Strike called, and it is 0-2.
Foul territory narrows for about the last 75 or 80 feet down each line. The bullpens jut into foul territory. Even so, there's still a pretty good amount of foul ground as you get towards the walls.
Driver with a 2-strike pitch. Misses outside for a ball, 1-2. Jimenez hitting .297. He has 6 home runs. This Tech team has hit 55 home runs on the season. One and two the count. Driver turns, throws back to second. Well, almost threw the ball into center field. He might have gotten the jersey colors mixed up.
Well, you know, I told you that is a potential problem. And, of course, they've got their purple helmets, and we've got our blue caps.
So a ball and 2 strikes to Jimenez. Pitch to the plate is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Jimenez goes down swinging.
Went after a pitch outside.
That is out number 2. With 2 men on, the batter is Ryan Lee, the catcher. Ryan Lee is a senior. He and Whitcomb have been alternating behind the plate. They've each caught about the same number of games, so they alternate between catcher and DH. Pitch to Lee is a strike call. Can't anticipate this plate umpire. He has a rather deliberate delayed call. 1 strike to count.
Well, just as long as he's not afraid to throw up that right arm.
Driver with the pitch. Fouled off to the right. Out of play. 2 strikes to count. Ryan Lee, a senior, is out of Cleveland, Tennessee. And wouldn't you know it, John, he's a former Blue Raider.
Is he?
Cleveland High School Blue Raiders.
I did not know that.
Count 2 strikes to Lee.
I thought I was up on things like that.
Ooh, pretty good looking pitch. It's called ball 1. 1-2. So down in Cleveland, you've got Cleveland High, and then you've got Bradley Central.
Bradley Central is the one that I...
They're the Bears, I think. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swinging a ground ball to first. Minnick's got it, tosses to the pitcher covering, and that's going to retire the side here in the first inning. Lee grounds out. Minnick to Driver covering first. So that is all in the first for Tech. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left. We've completed 1 full inning. Middle Tennessee nothing, Tennessee Tech nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
We go to the second inning. No score. Clay Badalak will lead it off for the Raiders. And, John, this young man had one of his better offensive series against Sam Houston over the weekend.
How about that?
In the final game, he had 5 runs batted in, including his first home run as a Blue Raider. And in the 3-game series, he had 6 hits in 12 at-bats, including a double, and drove in 7 runs.
I talked to him after the ball game Sunday, and let me tell you what, he is a smiler to begin with, and there was no way to measure that smile he had on his face.
Which to him is a called strike.
After that ball game Sunday.
No balls, 1 strike. Badalak, a left-handed batter. Takes the pitch outside, 1-1.
He was particularly excited that his mother was there to be able to see that.
Yeah, his mom and dad were both down. Swinging a foul out of play, 1-2. So it's Badalak, Keaton Ray, and Cale Benson scheduled to hit here in inning number 2. Badalak took it outside, ball 2, 2-2. And the right-hander Maddox delivers and a line shot right at the shortstop, Lee, who will make the grab for out number 1.
Waist level. I had to kind of bend over to field that baseball.
So 1 out here in the 6th inning. Good contact, but ball caught by the shortstop, and Keaton Ray will be the batter. Left-handed hitter. Looks at strike 1 called.
Ray, the 6th place hitter. First 5 batters have all made solid contact.
Maddox with a pitch. This one's fouled out of play, and the count goes to 0-2. Keaton hitting .243, has 1 home run, and has driven in 20 on the season. That one's fouled off down the first base side where the Blue Raiders hang out in their dugout. Count holds at 0-2. And Maddox with the pitch. That one's way outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Went after an outside pitch. Didn't get it. That is out number 2. First strikeout for Maddox. And with 2 outs, the batter is Cale Benson. Cale in for the injured Matt Wolf. Takes a cut at the first pitch, fouls it out of play, strike 1. Cale on Sunday had 2 hits and 4 trips, one of them a double. Looks at a pitch outside, 1-1. Junior out of Oakland High School in Murfreesboro. Pitch is hit into shallow right center field. Center fielder coming on. He'll grab it. Jackson Green with a catch, and that's all in the 2nd. Raiders go 3 up and 3 down. Nothing across for Middle Tennessee in inning number 2. So we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. No score. Middle Tennessee and Tennessee Tech meeting for the 132nd time in baseball. Back with more after this from Van Wagner.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
So Matthew Driver back out after a scoreless first inning. I mentioned this was the 132nd meeting in the series. The Raiders have 91 wins to 39 for Tennessee Tech. There's been one tie, and the second meeting this year as Tech won the opener on a 10-run rule game back in March, 13-3. For the Eagles, it will be Jackson Green, the center fielder, to lead off. Green, right-handed batter, hitting .289. Driver pitches from the stretch. And a swing and a miss, strike one.
That tie was in 2008. Were we here for that?
I don't know about you, but I was.
I think I was too.
Pitch is swung on, and that was probably weather-related. Foul ball, strike two.
That'd be my guess. It was called after 7.
Yeah, I think that was weather.
You know what? I think I did miss that one.
The 0-2 pitch, strike three call. He just breezed it over the right outside part of the plate. Caught Green looking. That's out number one. I hesitate to say this, John, but you have missed a few up here.
Not enough of them.
Here's Eddie Garza, the second baseman. Garza bats from the right side. And a strike is called, 0-1. Garza at .282, 3 home runs for this right-handed hitter. Hits the ball to right field. That'll send Rogers back on the track. Makes a running catch on the warning track in deep right field. So we've had some deep balls hit in this game so far.
That was not much of a fly ball. That was more like a line drive.
It was more of a line drive.
Yeah.
So with 2 outs, the batter is Preston Steele, the third baseman. Preston Steele out of Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Probably up in coal country, huh?
I don't know.
The pitch, high for ball one.
My knowledge of Pennsylvania is somewhat limited.
This is his second year at Tech. Made 30 starts a year ago, hit .231. And the pitch is downstairs for ball 2, 2-0 to Steele. He was out part of the season with an injury last year. Pitch is swung on and hit into deep left center field, and that one is a no-doubter.
Yeah.
Steele is going to circle the bases. That ball went out just to the left of the flagpole, John, in left center
that
field.
That is a drive.
I did get a good look at that one.
Yeah. Eston Snyder started after it, tracked it for about 4 steps, and then just watched.
So that is the first run of this game. Solo home run for Preston Steele. And it's 1-0. Third hit off Matthew Driver. The batter is Owen Lee, the shortstop.
5th home run of the year for Preston Steele.
Swing and a miss, strike one. So Owen Lee in the March 11th game at Reese Smith Field, John, hit 3 home runs off 3 different Blue Raider pitchers.
Was he in that 9-hole at our place?
No. Strike called, and it's 0-2. No, he was up in the order, batting 4th or 5th, I think. Only has 7 on the season, and 3 of them came in that one game. 0-2 pitch, misses inside, 1-2. Driver pitched in that game, may hit one of those home runs off Driver. And the pitch. Just outside. Ball 2-2.
That's a changeup or slow slider. Just missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a foul tip. Janilla hangs on. And that is a strikeout and out number 3. In the inning, pair of strikeouts, but a solo home run by Preston Steele. 1 run, 1 hit. No runners left. And we will go to the top half of inning number 3. It's Tennessee Tech 1, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
We go to the 3rd inning. Raiders down 1-0. John, between innings, was out with his spyglass and sextant. He was scanning the horizon. And what did you see, John?
Well, I saw some dark stuff back off to the southwest, and this wind is blowing from the south-southwest. So I don't know. You look out in front of us, and it's
pitch to Jackson Janella outside, ball 1.
Partly cloudy and sunny, and back behind us is not so great.
Janella swings, fouls it over in front of the Raider Bull dugout. 1-1 to the Blue Raider catcher. Jackson from the Sunshine State. And bounces it over the mound. Shortstop charges in front of the bag at second, throws to first, and Janella is out number 1. 1 down in the 3rd, and the batter is Cooper Clapp. Playing shortstop in the absence of Matt Wolf, who was injured. That was in the Saturday game against Sam Houston, I think. It's a strike call, 0-1. And it was late in the game, as I recall.
It was early in the game.
Oh, was it?
It was in the 2nd inning.
That's right, because he only batted the 1 time. Yeah.
That's right.
Ball 1 is outside, 1-1. There's a strike call, 1-2.
It wasn't the bat that hurt him. It was diving for a tough infield chance and turned into a single. He kept the ball from going in the outfield, but landed badly on his shoulder.
Ball 2 is outside, 2-2. And Maddox with the pitch. Ground ball to second. Garza up with it. Lobs it over to first in time. That is out number 2. Couple of ground ball outs. Here were the first 2 Blue Raider batters. And the leadoff man, Eston Snyder, will start the second trip through the order for the Blue Raiders. Snyder hit one deep into left center field. It was caught on the warning track.
At the wall. You called it a home run.
I did. I thought it was out. Pitch is a strike call, 0-1.
I think everybody thought it was going to be out except for the center fielder.
Well, now Eston did hit one out during the Sam Houston series. Swing and a miss, and the count goes to 0-2.
Fooled him on a pitch low and away. Probably the slider. You know, you think you're going to get a strike, and then all of a sudden the bottom falls out.
Pitches into that turf outside, 1-2. Everything turf here. Pitcher's mound, home plate, infield, outfield, warning track. The pitch. Just missed a little bit low. 2-2. Catcher's got an equipment problem, or did that ball hit him?
I don't know, but the umpire goes to clean some of the plastic off home plate.
The 2-2 pitch coming, and struck him out swinging. The Raiders up and down in order in the third. No runs, no hits, none left. That is the 1-2 second strikeout for Drew Maddox. So we go to the bottom of the third inning in Cookeville. Tennessee Tech 1, Middle Tennessee 0. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Matthew Driver's gone through the Tech batting order one time. The leadoff man, Smeltzer, will face him here to lead off the third inning. You know, one advantage of not being in the press box, John, we have a 360-degree view of the sky, which we would not have if we were cooped up in that tiny press box.
Well, we used to, for years we came in, sat in a booth just to the right of where we are. There's a wall separating us now.
So we're just getting the prep for this coming weekend. Pitch is low, ball one.
See, what has been reported to us is that we sit on top of a press box.
That's what I hear. Landon Smeltzer, the left fielder, singled in the first inning. He was left stranded. There's a strike called, and the count goes to 1-1 on Smeltzer. It's out of Johnson City. Science Hill High School. I expect he and Cole Torbett might have been teammates there.
Could well have been.
Smeltzer's a freshman. Torbett is a sophomore for the Raiders. Pitch is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Matthew Driver with the pitch. Swung on, hit to right field. That one's hit deep, and the park is not going to hold that one. That was out just to the left of the scoreboard, which is behind the right center field fence, about the same location it is at home. So for Smelser, that is his first home run of the season.
Sure, Rogers kind of looked at it, turned around, and watched it go, because that was about all he could do.
Fourth hit for the Eagles, and two of them have left the ballpark. Batter is Nico Jordan, the first baseman. And driver's pitch swung on, foul tipped into Janela's mitt, strike one. Jordan flied to center in the first inning. 2 home runs Driver has allowed. Now means he has allowed 6 on the season. And that in only about 13, 14 innings. There's ball one, 1-1.
He had 11 in the third coming in. He is now up to 13 in the third.
2-0, Tech leading. We are in the third inning. 2 solo home runs. That one's hit in the air, and that's sending Snyder back to the warning track in center field.
He caught that ball.
He leaps up over the yellow line on top of the fence and makes the catch.
He robbed Nico Jordan of a home run. That ball was going to leave the yard at the 4:05 mark, and Eston Snyder got his glove up above the yellow line at the 4:05 mark and pulled that baseball back into the yard.
Now, Eston is not a tall outfielder. He's only about 5'9". He certainly got up in the air.
I would say he was fully extended and jumped about as high as he can jump.
Mark Whitcomb, the DH, takes ball one from Matthew Driver, and the pitch misses outside, ball 2, 2-0. Yeah, we've got a big dark cloud moving over from over left field right now. But you say we don't need to worry about that.
I'm hoping that one is going to stay out beyond the fence.
Check swing and a foul ball. 2-1 now to Whitcomb. Whitcomb has 13 home runs for the season. He is Tech's leader in that department, also leading hitter at .339.
I'd worry more about that cloud if the wind was blowing from the northwest instead of the southwest.
Pitch is outside, ball 3. 3-1.
Did you bring a flashlight with you?
Did not. Well, I got one on my phone.
We may need it before we're through.
Ball 4 to Whitcomb.
Lights are on here, though. Actually, the lights have been on since about 5:30.
Yeah, they've got those lights that point down, and seemingly they like to feel better than some of the other ones that we've seen.
Yeah. Well, what you're trying to do is cut the light. There's a word for.
There's a swing and a ball hit to left field. That is going to be picked up on the bounce by Keaton Ray, so that is a base hit for Jimenez.
That ball did not come off the bat the way he swung. Looked like he was going to hit it a lot farther. It did not carry. Kind of a dying swan.
So now runners at first and second with one out. That's the 5th hit off Driver. And the batter is Ryan Lee, the catcher. Grounded out in the first inning. Right-handed batter. Infield double play depth. Hits it in the air. That'll be an infield fly, I think. And it is called. Well, we've got an umpire that knows the rules out there.
That's good.
Clay Badalak took it just to the left of the pitcher's mound. 2 outs. Jackson Green, the batter, was called out on strikes in the second inning. Jackson Green out of Nicholasville, Kentucky. He is a senior. First pitch to him is low for ball 1. Green in his 4th year of the program. He's one of those rarities in college baseball.
And they're going to become even more rare from this point on.
Pitch swung on. That one's hit to left field, in for a hit. Keaton Ray fills it on the hop. 1 run will score. Throw comes back to second, and the runner ducks back in there. So that's an RBI single for Jackson Green, and it's now a 3-0 game. Jimenez turned at second, and Keaton Ray threw back there and almost caught him. So first and second with 2 outs. And the batter is Eddie Garza. And we're going to have a pitching change here. So Coach Jerry Myers has made the call to the bullpen. We'll take a break and tell you about the new pitcher when we come back on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
So the Raiders make a pitching change here as Matthew Driver is relieved with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Runners at first and second, and Johnny Stevens will come in to replace him.
Johnny making his 16th appearance, all but one of those in relief. He's thrown 21 innings, giving up 27 runs, 21 earned on 32 hits, 19 walks, 21 strikeouts. He's got a 9.00 ERA, a 3-1 record with no saves.
And with runners at first and second, Eddie Garza will be the batter. Stevens wears number 43 when the Raiders wear the black tops. Normally he is 37, isn't he?
I think that's right.
Yep. So Johnny Stevens comes in, see if he can put the fire out here in the 3rd inning with Tech leading by a score of 3-0. Raiders will be heading down to Kennesaw tomorrow for the concluding series in the regular season. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So Thursday's game will be 5 o'clock Murfreesboro time, 4:45 for the pregame. Friday at 5, Saturday at noon. Eddie Garza, right-handed batter. And Stevens with a pitch. fooled him, and that's a strike.
Yeah, he tried to hold up, went too far.
1 strike to count to Garza. 282 on the season for Eddie Garza. Stevens with the pitch. That was his down low into the turf, blocked by Janela. 1 ball and 1 strike. The wind continues to blow out. And I guess that's the reason for so many deep fly balls that we've had already in this ball game. Ground foul past third, 1-2 the count. Jimenez at second, Green at first with 2 outs. Stevens with the pitch. Line right at the shortstop. Cooper Clapp did not have to move. Takes it for out number 3. So that's going to be all for Tech in the third, but they pick up 2 runs on 3 hits and leave 2 runners stranded. So your totals after 3 innings for Tennessee Tech: 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. And for the Blue Raiders, no runs, no hits, no errors, 3-0. Tech leads going to the 4th on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
We go to the 4th inning. Got a new pitcher is in for Tennessee Tech. Yeah, he is Lucas Vega.
When was the last time you saw a pitcher whose number was 1?
Not very often. He's a senior from Puerto Rico.
He is making his 17th appearance, all but 4 in relief. He's thrown 38 innings, given up 26 runs, 18 earned, 53 hits, 20 walks, 25 strikeouts. He's got a 4.26 ERA, a 5-1 record with no saves.
Well, the sun just peeped out from behind that cloud you mentioned was blocking it.
Yep. Get you some numbers here on Drew Maddox, the starter. Goes 3 innings. No runs. No hits.
Only 1 base runner.
Yeah, and that was reached on an error. And he had, 2 strikeouts,
2
right?
strikeouts,
Yeah.
Here's Brett Rogers. He is the only base runner the Raiders have had. That was on an error by the shortstop. As a bouncing ball hit at the same spot, but this time gets through into center field. In the first inning, he bounced it over the mound, but the shortstop was able to get to it, but then made a bad throw to first. So Rogers, on for the second time, hit that first pitch from Vega over the pitcher's mound into center field. First hit for the Raiders, and the batter is Tyler Minnick.
He put one to the wall in the first inning.
Vega with the right-hander with the pitch outside, ball 1. Minnick will be followed by Von Dolan. Raiders need to get something going offensively here. They trail 3-0. Inside ball 2-0. Tyler hitting .316 with 9 home runs. Vega tosses softly over to first. They've got 2 first bases over here, John. That's one of them is kind of pink, orange, whatever you want to call it.
Something like that, right?
Something like that.
Final numbers on Matthew Driver, the Raider starter. He goes 2 2/3, gives up 3 runs, all earned on 6 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts.
3 balls, no strikes now to Minnick. And the pitch is ball 4 downstairs. So the Raiders break in the new pitcher with a base hit and a walk.
They didn't have a whole lot of success with Drew Maddox, the starter.
Better will be Brett Von Dolan.
He could tie this thing up.
Catcher Ryan Lee wants to go out and have a word with his pitcher. So we're not out of the woods weather-wise yet.
We are not.
Just kind of keeping an eye on the sky. Bondo popped out in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. 310 for Von Dolan. 17 home runs, leads the team.
Right now they're saying a 50% chance of showers for the next couple hours.
Ain't that nice?
No, it's not.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
We've been up here when we've had that 50% change into 100%.
Pitch is in the turf outside. Good stop by the catcher.
Nothing have to. They run you out of the ballpark because it's all metal, and there is no standing room, so you have to go sit in your car. More than once we've had to go out and sit in that car for an hour until they finally decide not to play.
Check swing. Did he go? They say no. First base umpire says
we did
not go. 2-1 now.
We got a decision in our favor for once.
Vega's a tall, slim right-hander, and the pitch to the plate bounced over the first baseman. Oh, he grabs it. Throws to the pitcher covering, and that is a great play by the first baseman, Jordan.
Had to time his leap.
Well, he played that turf bounce just right. I thought it was going to go over his head into right field, but he had other ideas. And the pitcher got over there in time to cover.
Well, what Vondo was able to do was move the runners into scoring position, and that gets a mound visit from Matt Braga. I wish I could tell you whether they've got something going in their bullpen, but you can't see. Well, I see I see a baseball from time to time. Well, you should be able to see, but the batting cage is stored right in front of what would allow us to see somebody who it is that's throwing in the bullpen.
Raiders will have Clay Badalak coming up. Tennessee Tech assistant coaches are Ben Brooks and Dom Hughes. And Coach Braga's father is also on the coaching staff. So here's Badalak. He'll hit the ball on the nose right at the shortstop, lined out in the second inning. 2 runners in scoring position, and a strike is called, 0-1. Good fastball. Vega with the pitch. Right back to the pitcher. They've got the runner hung up between third and home. Back to third. Rogers breaks for the plate, turns around, goes back to third, and we've already got a runner on third. So one of them has to be out. It's going to be Rogers.
So that's what, 1-. Oh, I wouldn't even go in.
1-something.
Yeah, with a bunch of. They executed. There were too many throws in that play, but they did manage to execute and get the out.
So that's 2 outs. Badlack gets fielder's choice. He went all the way to second base while that rundown was taking place.
Well, that is what you're supposed to try to do.
And Minnick was standing on third, and Rogers was trying to get back to third, and that just didn't work out. Here's Keaton Ray. And Vega's pitch is swung on, lined into left field. So 1 run will score. Badlack will come in to score, and it's a 3-2 game. Keaton Ray, after the first pitch, lined it solidly into left to drive in a pair.
Okay, here's the scoring on that play with Brett Rogers. It'll go 1-5 to 2-6.
That's exactly what I thought it was.
Uh-huh.
Here's
I saw you putting that down on your book.
Cale Vinson with a runner at first and 2 outs. 2 runs in here in the inning. Strike call. The ball popped out of the catcher's mitt. 1 strike to count.
Well, that heads-up base running, Rogers able to keep that hot box going, got us that second run.
It swung on, fouled out of play, and it's strike 2.
Yeah, that's just good, aggressive heads-up base running. Go ahead and move on down to second.
Vega, the right-hander, with a runner at first and 2 outs. Turns and throws over there. Keaton Ray back.
Yeah, you mentioned Ben Brooks, that assistant coach.
Another foul out of play.
Raider assistant Ryan Huber worked with him down in Memphis before they headed to the Middle Tennessee area.
Yeah, Ryan coaching first base for the Raiders. Of course, Kevin Nichols in his customary position as coach at third. Runner on first goes, throw to second.
Got him.
And he is going to be out. So Keaton Ray thrown out trying to steal. That'll be the 3rd out. And Vincent will lead off the 5th inning for the Raiders. But the Raiders come up with 2 runs in the inning on 2 hits and nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is Tennessee Tech 3, Middle Tennessee 2. You're on the Blue Raider Network. From Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Raiders back in the ball game. Picked up 2 runs in the top of the inning. It's now a 3-2 Tennessee Tech lead. And Johnny Stevens, who came on to get the final out in the 3rd, will face Preston Steele to lead off the 4th. Now, he had a home run off Driver to put Tech on the board in the second inning.
That was one that Eston Snyder could not pull back.
So for Steele, that was his 5th home run of the season. Right-handed batter stands in against the right-hander Johnny Stevens. And the pitch to the plate is ball 1.
Just barely missed.
1
down.
ball, no strikes. And there's a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike to Steele. Right-hander delivers inside. 2-1.
You know, from our vantage point, we pretty much have to depend on the umpire to make the calls.
Oh, we always do that, don't we?
No.
There's ball 3.
Oh, yeah.
3 balls, 1 strike.
I think the only thing that we can see is a ball that's going to be inside and low.
Swinging a foul out of play, and the count goes full. 3-2. Stevens, full windup, and the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Pulled a string on him a little bit.
Had him way, way out in front.
That is out number 1. And the batter is the shortstop, Owen Lee. Out of the number 9 spot, a freshman out of West Tennessee.
Got 1 Lee from East Tennessee, 1 from West Tennessee.
Yep. Pitch misses, goes all the way to the backstop. Ball 1. Owen Lee is from Trenton, Tennessee. And he comes from a baseball family. Pitch swung on, hit in the air into right center. We've got Eston Snyder coming over. Rogers also, but Snyder will make the catch for out number 2. So if he's from Trenton, Tennessee, I would assume he went to Peabody High School.
Could well be.
Leadoff man is Landon Smelser. Single and a home run, so he's working on a pretty good night. That home run was a solo in the 3rd inning. Swings from the left side.
There's a single to left field.
So he is spreading them around. That is his 3rd hit.
Keaton Ray picks that ball up on 1 hop and gets it back in.
That home run was his 1st of the season, the one he hit in the 3rd inning. Batter is Nico Jordan.
Well, the way he hit that ball back in the 3rd inning makes you wonder, where's he been all year? He definitely showed some pop with that one.
Jordan takes the pitch outside for ball 1. 2 outs and a runner at first. Tech leading 3-2 and batting here in the 4th inning in Cookeville. Outside again, ball 2, 2-0. Now Nico has flied out twice to Snyder, in both times in deep center field.
Well, the last one was the one that he pulled back from over the wall.
And Stevens pitching him outside, too far outside.
Yep.
Ball 3.
Trying to work him away, and just not catching the plate.
So 3 balls, no strikes to Nico Jordan. There's a letter high strike, 3-1. Jordan in his 3rd year with the program here. He's out of Decatur, Georgia. Stevens with a 3-1 pitch. Checks the runner at first and delivers outside, ball 4. Pitching him carefully.
Well, Stevens was just barely missing, but he was hitting the mitt.
So now Whitcomb, Tech's best hitter, is getting ready to step in, and Coach Myers will make a visit to the mound.
Dick, temperature dropping.
I could tell.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had my long sleeves rolled up, and I've since put them at their normal position.
Well, I'm also about to reach down here and get my umbrella, because they're suggesting there could be some rain starting in 9 minutes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. About 40 minutes of it.
Oh, my goodness. First and second with 2 outs. The batter is Whitcomb. He has singled and walked. Right-handed batter. Long look by Stevens, and the pitch is a strike call. 0-1.
Not pitching him quite as carefully as they did Jordan.
Hit into right center. Long run for Eston Snyder, but he's got it. And that will retire the side in the 4th. So Stevens gets through the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left. We've completed 4 full innings. It is Tennessee Tech 3 and Middle Tennessee 2. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
They're going to.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
All right, this game has been suspended due to weather, and this will be at least a 30-minute delay because we do have some weather coming in. So we are going to send it back to the studio. Tennessee Tech is leading by a score of 3-2. After 4 complete innings of play, 4 innings in the books, play suspended, 30 minutes at the minimum, and if it delays any longer, we'll try to get word back, and especially to our studio producer, and let him know when we can come back on. So right now we're going to send it back to the studio, and we will return whenever play picks up again. You're listening to Middle Tennessee Baseball from Van Wagner.